Hello, and welcome back to the COOP DE VILLA podcast. I'm Scott Cooper, and yes, we won a game. After a huge week with Dean Smith being sacked, Steven Gerrard coming in, his first game, 3 points. Come on, the Villa. Oh, the Villa, we did it. 3 points. Come on. And we're starting after this. Let's fucking go. Okay, so we were back at Villa Park after the international break. Aston Villa versus Brighton. Stevie G at the reins for the first time, and packed Villa Park. And we were all looking forward to see how the team would go. And Noah, I'm throwing to Tommy first. Sorry, I know I made a mistake already. There we go.
Excited.
So Tommy, yes. What did you think? And What were your thoughts on the team and Gerrard's first game?
First of all, Scott, can you just throw me that water? Cheers, mate.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Good man. Anyway, so I've got a funny story. So I got back from a late night. Lauren, sorry, my missus just kept me out late.
So we're asking a mouthful of 10-cent pieces.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Not far off. Anyway, so I get home. It's 2 a.m. Like plenty of 5 pieces of pizza, which my mum was pissed about the following morning as to why they miraculously disappeared. I'm tired as shit, so I'm putting up the first half. I'm great. Got the tea, buzzing. Anyway, second half comes. I'm starting to doze in and out. It's 0-0. It's getting towards 82 minutes. I go to bed.
Tommy.
And out of habit on Sunday morning, I don't ever check live score. I check the Villa group chat first, and I say, "Get the fuck in!" And I was like, "Ollie!" And I'm like, "You've got to be shitting me!" 2 minutes later, we score, and I was just spewing. And then obviously, I watched the full replay anyway, just to let it soak in. But wow, what a performance! Stevie G. I think one of the major stats we saw was not only an undefeated season with Rangers, but I think he conceded 19 goals in 37 games, and that was across all comps. So he had like some ridiculous record, irrespective of, let's say, Scottish League being a 2-horse race. I think it's relatively competitive. I've been watching some of these other teams, and they're giving Rangers and Celtic a run for their money. Obviously, leading Rangers straight to the title, fantastic. But anyway, back to Villa, clean sheet. We can't slate Mings this week because he scored and he kept a clean sheet. Absolute rock. Nakamba, who cares about Louise? Nakamba, obviously in a lot of, breaking up the play. It's basically a poor man's Basuma, and we'll take that, despite our rich owners. Obviously, I think the main thing is, and Smith out, obviously, was the right subs, and even just seeing some subs earlier on, not afraid to mix it up. And I think with the back four, we're able to make it work. Windy, probably a bit underwhelming, but again, could have had an assist for Ings' goal early on. Ollie, fantastic goal. And again, Mings, put him at centre forward, opposite full finish. Still had no chance.
Well, that's it. Well, it's thanks for that story, Tommy. That was fantastic. Because a lot of people that watch this that aren't from Australia, like us four are, don't know what it's like watching games in the middle of the night. It can be tough, and especially if you've been out drinking. I'm a bit luckier in Perth because our games are 3 hours earlier, so it was an 11 o'clock kickoff here, so it wasn't too bad. Just perfect after my 6 or 7 drink, to get in there. So, but it was
it's 11 o'clock in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm a weekend drinker. I start on Sundays and end on Saturday. So, but no. So Troy, we started off the game. We looked a lot more solid, I thought, in that first half. You could see that there was a bit of a manager boost, just in the team's setup, the shape, and that sort of thing. But Brighton are a good team and they had a lot of the ball. But what did you think of how we started the match?
No, I thought we started it fantastic. And Brighton are a good team. They do have a lot of the ball. But having a look at the stats, they had most of the 75% of the play was in their third and the middle third. They can have 90% there for all I care. Fantastic. Steven Gerrard, he got it right. He knows the way they play. We played very compact. He kind of intimated that, these aren't the tactics that he's going to play. This isn't the end result bar a few tweaks. This was basically stopping the rot. And he seemed to do that for up until the 82nd minute, and it was a bit of a snooze fest for the neutral and people who don't know much about football, i.e., Americans. It was a ball fest. It was a pretty awful game of football, but we were doing what we needed to do to keep Brighton at bay. But when that goal came, and what a fucking cracking goal it was, then we just turned into a completely different side, and that's what amazed me. Why didn't we do that from the off? But Gerrard got his tactics right to stop them, and most importantly, he knew what changes we had to make. He made the right changes at the right time, and 3 points in the bag.
Well, that's it. I mean, it was a bit of a cagey start, but I guess that was his first job, was to stop us leaking goals, Noah, and that we've conceded, I think, 13 goals in the last 4 games or something under Smith before he got sacked. And Steven Gerrard, as Tommy spoke about, does have a very good defensive record at Rangers. He's come down. And I never felt like we were going to concede, even though Brighton had a lot of the ball. And then when the game opened up later, up steps Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, I think everyone just defended as a team, really. I mean, I think you look at the dying moments, even when we're 2-0 up in the 90th minute, Ashley Young, what a sub, by the way, looked like himself in his prime, throwing himself at a ball to block it, even getting kicked in the process. I think even Ings and Watkins are both so far back helping as well. But touching on what Troy said, I mean, Brighton just like to kill the game. We had a bit of momentum in the first 15, 20 minutes. They held the ball. They held the ball for ages, killed the crowd vibe, killed everything. Yeah. And they had a couple of good chances. Emi Martinez made some big, big saves. So looked like he was back at his best, in my opinion. That one off Lamptey.
Yeah.
I think like last week, 2 weeks ago, that he wasn't going for that. No one had that type of confidence where the boys look like the managerial bounce. And my man of the match, Jacob Ramsey, in my opinion, he ran the show for the first, 70 minutes? I don't remember when he got subbed off, but he was amazing. But everyone defends the unit. Managerial bounce. Hopefully it's not just for this week. We'll see how we go.
I'd probably just like to make a comment, if that's all right, Scott. So
go for it.
Probably the first time I've ever seen, and it's funny, in Gerrard's first game, all 3 subs were actually involved in that first goal. So it's Ashley Young cutting through to Ollie. Anwar's drawing 2 plays, and Ollie cuts in. Leon Bailey's waiting.
Open.
He could just pass it off, and Bailey could have just slotted it in. So the right subs by Gerrard, all getting involved. Good momentum. I think El Ghazi gets slagged quite a lot. I reckon he could have probably finished it off if Ollie decided to give it through. But, typical forward, wants the limelight, and he absolutely deserves it, breaking the deadlock and, getting his first goal under Gerrard, hopefully the first of many. And, maybe we could see a realistic, maybe 20-goal tally between him and Ings. I think would be pretty good considering, what's left for the remainder of the season.
But then what happens to Ings? Is Ings now on the bench? Are we just playing one up front? Is he surplus to requirements? I don't know. And again, Bailey's harboring an injury. So I think a fully fit Bailey has to warrant a start in the 11. I think
he started with Watkins in that wider role.
He's wasted though.
And then when the subs, came, he went more centrally, and it seemed to work better, like you guys were saying. I thought it was funny when because the goal came just after the Ramsey substitution, and he was still behind the goal, and he's pointing at Ollie like, put it there in the top corner, and that's exactly what he did.
I think he was pointing to Bailey. I think he was pointing to Bailey actually. Okay. Yeah. But I love when the goal went and he turned around and he gave it to the Hulk, because he's a fan. That would mean so much to him as well. And that was a good moment. I
think also Bailey wasn't frustrated. He was open for a while. As soon as Ollie put in the back in there, Bailey's arms are up. So he's bought into what Villa are, and he's bought into that spirit. He seems Villa mad. No, that's what he wanted at the club.
And more importantly, so is Usain Bolt now.
Yeah, he was there.
That's it. I know. Maybe he's getting on that Jamaica train. But I mean, because he was a Man United fan, wasn't he? Like, that was the whole.
Mate, he's hopping bandwagons, that guy. Honestly, stick to a club.
Right, Central Coast Mariners bandwagon a couple of years ago, wasn't he?
God. Yeah, that was a farce. But no, but I think Ollie Watkins especially, like, that's the sort of thing we were seeing from him in the preseason. I thought he was going to step up his game this season with, being now one of our senior attacking players. I thought he, was, but I guess the injury knocked him back a bit, and him and Ings haven't really linked very well, and we haven't been playing well. But, the game was on the line, 5 minutes to go, and he just took that ball and, just was like, I'm going to win the game here, and that's what we need. So it was fantastic to see. Troy going on from the first goal. We scored again. It was Tyrone Mings this time, and I thought it was just an amazing moment from him. Not just the finish, but how he kept the ball alive, and gave it to McGinn, who put in a great ball. He was another one, had a great game. And how'd you see the second goal?
It's immense energy, isn't it, to be running your bollocks off from one end of the pitch to the other, keeping the ball, recycling the ball like that, and then tripping over it at 100 kilometers an hour. It was fucking brilliant. And he did trip over it, but he tripped over it in a fucking fantastic way. That was a brilliant goal. Absolutely loved it. And fully deserved. For me, tough call between for him and McGinn, man of the match. I think I've got to give it to Mings. The goal, and B, he kept it going for the whole. McGinn kind of tied off a little bit. Just rewinding a little bit to Ollie Watkins. He had a face on him for most of that game. He wasn't in the right place. He wasn't enjoying his football at all. And when the substitute was being made, the camera actually zoomed in on him, and he's sitting there going, "Me." Right. I'm thinking, this is going to be unpleasant on the sidelines. So I was quite surprised to see Ings going off. I thought it was Ollie for sure, but Gerrard made the right decision there. Yeah, both goals, absolute corkers. And a lot of people will say, he could have fed El Ghazi, he could have squared it for Bailey. But at the end of the day, you want a striker that is a bit of an arrogant prick. You want a guy who's going to back himself. And a lot of the time he's going to miss, but when he spanks it in, he spanks it in. And at the end of the day, that's going to do his confidence a world of good. And hopefully, if he can steal a goal in the next game, we could see Ollie Watkins back again.
Well, that's it. That's the hope, isn't it? I mean, we've got Crystal Palace away on Saturday, and it's another winnable game if we can put in that sort of defensive effort and that kind of work rate. I just noticed that everyone seemed to be more compact. The distances between the midfield and the forward line and the defense, it all seemed a lot more organized and a real sort of plan. Like we were getting people forward in droves, but then when we lost the ball, we didn't look like we were open and they were just running at the defense. It seemed like everyone knew their job. Everyone knew what they had to do and was following the instructions of Gerrard. I mean, I don't know if that's just because it's a new manager and we just everyone was up 10-15%, but it was great to see. That's going to be really important going forward. Noah, so anyone else you want to single out? I thought Matty Cash was pretty good.
I thought the other fullback, Matty Target, I think had his best game all season.
My thoughts exactly. Spot on.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get some mentioning because, I mean, we all know he hasn't been himself this season. He was very, very good last season. But he just looked like a different fullback or different wingback. He was up and down the ground. He's going to have to get a good engine on him because we know that's what Gerrard likes from his fullbacks, like a Rangers of Tavernier. That he likes them getting in and around the box, putting balls in, scoring and assisting heaps. But I think it's just a general team effort. I don't think you can really say, no one tried their best. No one did extremely well. Defended as a unit, attacked as a team, all around us amazing. And it wasn't surprising to see the midfielders, I think Tommy said, that playing well, especially under a midfielder like Steven Gerrard. Yeah. I think Ramsey and even the young ones like Carney, they're going to really develop under Gerrard in the coming years.
And I thought McGinn was in far more attacking positions as well. Like we spoke about this last week when Gerrard came in and we did the Gerrard podcast, that maybe he would be moved into a more attacking role. And, it was his cross that led to the second goal. And he was in and around that sort of attacking third quite a bit, Tommy.
Yeah, I'd agree. And I mean, let's not discredit McGinn's, ability to hit it with his opposite foot just as well as his good one. Don't even know if he's right or left footed. But yeah, I think the midfield would definitely reap the most benefit by having a player of Gerrard's caliber at the helm. But yeah, John's been immense, to be honest. He's been fantastic and probably been our most consistent midfielder. What I did say is I think by the defense staying more compact, and I do mean all four of them, I think just having the camber kind of just, roaming around there as the free man, it does allow McGinn to push forward because you've got 5 men back. They're not going to start a counter-attack with 5 back. Yeah. And again, I don't think they really caught us out on the counter at least once. And they play some pretty fast football, Brighton. as a bit of a digression, I don't know about you guys, but I think all Villa fans have a little soft spot for Norwich right now. Dean Smith also getting his first win under the belt, and so happy to see him, get a back in the Prem. I think he was probably a better fit for Norwich. You can probably a bit more of a project for him as opposed to someone like Lampard, who probably would have demanded 200 million, which means they'd probably have to sell the club to, provide that transfer kitty.
Yeah, well, Delia Smith would have to, I don't know, go around like making lasagnas for everyone or something.
Well, like Smith at Brentford, he was able to build something, just buying players on scraps, really, and he's turned them into gems.
He's a builder. That's what he likes to do, and obviously he is peak with Villa, unfortunately. Which hopefully Stevie G can take us to the next thing.
If they want Buendia back for 30 million, that, it's a win all round.
Yeah.
He was a disappointment, wasn't he?
I think him and Ings were probably the two guys that were a little bit disappointing in the match. Against Brighton, and still trying to find their form a bit. I know they both got subs, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they both start for the next game. Troy, do you think that we'll see any changes for the Palace match?
Do you know what? I think if Ollie Watkins, whites up and shaves his head and calls himself Pookie, then maybe Buendia will know what to do. But otherwise, he's lost. No, he needs to go on the bench. He's struggling. He had the absolute shits on the bench, and I don't know whether he had the shits with Gerrard at being substituted because he felt he was coming into the game. But I don't know whether he had the shits with himself. But he's not pulling up any trees, and he needs to be sat. Get the sports psychologist, sit him down, because he's all over the road like a mad woman's dinner at the minute. Not impressive.
Yeah, and in that formation, the number 10 kind of player isn't really needed.
No.
Not with the wingers and the pace we've got. It's far better to have like a second striker like an Ollie or our winger.
Well, where's Traore being?
He's still injured.
But he can wreak havoc against any defender.
Yeah.
I think El Ghazi's run's pretty good, and I think when was it 2-0, and then he's hustled, and then we actually won us a corner or a throw in there and deep into their end. And I thought, you know what, that's the impact we want.
Yeah.
How far away is Traore from coming back?
I think a couple of weeks. I think he had a setback, so I think it's a couple of weeks away.
Okay.
And what about Philogene Bidace? he's just dropped off the planet.
He wasn't on the bench.
But he was contending usually for that first kind of substitute spot. If it's injury related, fair enough. I do hope Gerrard, really goes with a bit of youth. I think Archer, Chucky, JPB, they're looking pretty promising, and we can't give them a run here and there. These kids are going to warrant a starting spot, and it should be who performs best. And credit to Gerrard for dragging someone like Buendia and Ings. It takes balls to do that, because they were both our big name signings, and he's not afraid to change it up. And again, it's funny that the subs actually provided more impact, and that's why you make them.
Well, that's it. Smith 2 weeks ago got absolutely slated for bringing for Ashley Young on and we were all saying, oh no, bring on Philogene Bidace or Chukwuemeka. Why are you bringing on this old guy who doesn't even play in those positions anymore? And then Gerrard does the same thing, and it works a treat.
He started at left mid.
He got the assist.
He did change his position from when he initially came on, where he was struggling.
Because he came on. I think he came on at centre mid, but then moved out wider.
Yeah.
I think. I was saying this is a throwback. 2009, Ashley Young on the wing at Villa Park. Pretty crazy to see it, but just what a sub like that. Like when he made that run, I thought, he's got to pass it. Then he got through and glided through like he was 26.
Pass was on the money as well.
Unbelievable. But that's the class.
Maybe not hitting that top speed, but the acceleration was there, that's for sure.
But
I was at dinner with a friend, and he said, prior to the game, and he said, I remember when Ashley Young used to bolt down the wing. I saw the game and I remember it like it was yesterday. He was incredible. And what makes me wonder is, Ashley Young was very good. Target was very good. Nakamba was very good. Mings upped his game by a massive factor.
Yeah.
And I don't believe for a second that Gerrard's been in everybody's ear. I do think, okay, is this a new manager bounce? Everybody's trying to impress. What's going to happen in a month's time?
I think it's just coaching.
I think there's that element of fear, I reckon. New coach, no spot's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's coaching. I think it's the fact that Gerrard is a big name, and he has demands that respect just by his presence, the way he talks.
Yeah.
The more and more I learn about him, and as a manager, and as what I'm seeing at Villa, I'm liking it all. He seems, I've heard him say, I think he he said to a journalist, "I don't like we're banning the name Jack Grealish. Like we're not talking about him anymore." Like, I love that kind of thing. You know, like we're not talking about the past anymore. Like, you know, I mean, Grealish wasn't even there when he was there, so why should he answer questions about him? You know, and yeah, it's all, and like as we were talking about last week with the no regrets, no excuses. We just, you know, I'm going to put everything in place for you guys, and we're going to have no excuses. So,
no nonsense. That's kind of what you want as well.
Yeah.
And the good thing is they're not his players. You know, he can't say to
exactly.
Danny Ings, "Well, mate, I signed you, you know, to guarantee a game test." Sorry, mate, I didn't sign you.
Yeah.
And I think it's the only at the start of the game, the only disappointing thing I saw was Keenan Davies on the bench.
Yeah, I think he's on his way out. To be honest,
So do I. He's done. I think.
I'd put Archer ahead of him any day.
100% now.
And JPB all day long.
Yeah.
So I'm not even loan. I just think let him go.
I have a soft spot for him still. I think he can't score, obviously, but he does. I don't know, link up quite well sometimes. But yeah, I think it is time for him to go. I agree with you guys.
It reminds me very much of Heskey when he was on the way out, you know, a non-scoring defensive striker.
I said the one that probably, you know, maybe got away now. I mean, you look at Callum Robinson, you know, what could have been. But then again, like he wouldn't have been the player he was because he would have never been the focal point at Villa.
Or Andre Green is
he's killing it in the Europa Conference League.
I think Robinson didn't he get a hat trick for Northern Ireland when he played for
Ireland, he did.
So, you know, he's killing it at the international level. Then good on him. You know, we wish all former Villa Academy products all the best. But yeah, I mean, you got to let him go sometimes. And you know, maybe we wouldn't have signed Ollie if that's the case. If he started performing well, and you know, I really think we're yet to see the best of Ollie this season, and that's exciting. I mean, you look at Kane, best player in the Prem. Everyone knows in fantasy. Avoid him in August because he's just got that curse.
Yeah.
So all forwards have it.
It's a shame it's November, Tommy.
Yeah, well, true. He still can't score for shit.
Well, yeah, he can score for England, but he just can't score for Tottenham.
Hat tricks against Andorra probably don't count, mate.
They all count. Believe me, they all count. All right. So you wanted to touch on Noah, the women's team and the under 21s?
Yeah, well, just to have a chat about them, I guess, you know, because under the same Villa name, under the banner. So obviously the women started off the season well. I think they got 2-3 wins. I think maybe 4 wins now. Unfortunately, 0-0 at halftime against a pretty good Man City team and lost 5-0, sadly. Billy Hume coming out with the Man City ball person, I think it's what you call them these days, the ball person, refusing to pass the ball back to Hampton. I think that's her name, Hannah Hampton, who's actually in the England squad as well, by the way. I believe she's in the England squad, so good on her. And also with the under-18s and the Papa John's Trophy, topped the group stage, and they're playing against grown men, the senior squad. So I think it was Burton Albion, MK Dons, and Wickham Wanderers to top the group. And they've got Charlton in a couple of days, I think. I think it's Wednesday next week. So
how are you watching these games, no?
Optus Sport and KO, mate. The women's is on Optus Sport. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did not know.
Yeah, all on Optus Sport.
Excellent. So it just shows that the club is pushing in the right directions in all areas. I think we saw that with the Gerrard appointment as well, how quickly it was done. If you look at the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer situation with Man United and what an absolute joke that has been and how long he's been given.
Good.
And now he's gone, of course. But, you know, I mean, it was a tough decision to sack Smith, and it might turn out to be the wrong decision. Who knows? Gerrard might not work out, but everything so far seems to be pointing in the direction that, you know, these owners aren't going to piss around. They're going to do what's in the best interest of the club, and they want us to get into European football. That's the goal. And we're not, you know, we can't be nice to someone just because he was a Villa fan or whatever. We've just got to, you know, make the decision, and that's where we are. So that, you know, I'm looking forward to it.
Can I just say, with him being a Villa fan, you know, a local boy, and you know, for as long as I can remember, seriously, as long as I can, you got enough to go around there, Tommy?
Got one more full left from Manan, mate. Keeping it.
As long as I can remember, Villa Park has basically become it's a bit of a holiday camp. You know, you go there to make an awful lot of money. You're not expected to make Europe, and I think Gerrard's going to change all that massively. He's driven. He's got his own goals. Everybody knows what they are. Let's not repeat them again. And I think it's a case where it could be a case where holiday camp Aston Villa is finished, and now we're going to have a serious team. The question I have now is, with the January transfer looming, is it going to be a case where he gives the players a chance, whether it's a match, 2 matches, and say, prove your worth, otherwise I'm going to replace you in January. Interesting times.
Well, it's a perfect situation, really, isn't it? We've probably got 6 games, something like that, before the end of the year, and some players are playing for their careers at Villa, definitely.
100%, 100%.
Yep. So we've got a little special thing for you guys. We've been speaking about it for a few weeks now, so we're going to do a quiz. This is hopefully going to become a regular segment in the show. And
shall I just take my pants off and run around now?
Well, you can, yeah, but that might have to be in the COOP DE VILLA up late version, but this is how the quiz is going to work. It's a Villa quiz, lads. So 15 questions, so it's 5 each, and if you answer the question straight away, you get 2 points. If you don't know the answer, you can ask for options. I'll give you 4 options, and if you get it right there, you get 1 point. And then there's 3 out of the 15 questions that have a bonus question for an extra point. So it is a bit of random. There's some easy ones, there's some harder ones, but you give me a number between 1 and 15. I'll give you the question, and we'll go from there.
You keeping track of the scores?
I am keeping track of the scores.
Good man. I think we should make it 3 points for off the bottom. 3 points for a win in soccer. I think we go for that.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I'm taking it serious.
I do think you should be rewarded a bit more for guessing it off the cuff.
I think 3 points. Okay. 3 points. 3 points.
Right, so
Noah's done his homework. We get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm prepared, mate.
Yeah, fuck you, all, Scotty.
Okay, so
Oh, you don't want to go in chronological order with the questions?
No, this is better, because then you can pick your questions.
Right.
But this is to decide who goes first, right? Okay. So Steven Gerrard, when he played for Liverpool against Villa, played 27 times. How many goals did he score? And it's going to start with Tommy, and then Troy, and whoever gets closest goes first.
How many times did he play against us?
27 times in all competitions. So Tommy,
I'm going to guess
how many
20.
goals?
20.
20 goals. Okay. Troy?
15 for me.
15.
I was going to go 16, so I think I saw the stat somewhere.
The answer is 13.
Oh,
so we are going to go.
Troy.
We're going to go Troy, Noah, Tommy. That's the order.
I'm like Tommy.
So Troy,
this is just to guess the right. This is just to guess the questions.
That's it. This is just
get close to your mic, mate.
All right. I'm just trying to set this up.
So quick one, Scott. When you say you get to pick, so say Troy picks question 1, is that only diverted at him?
That's gone. Yeah.
But anyone can answer it. So he just
if he gets it wrong, you and I can jump in. If he says gets it wrong, I'll go and I'll jump in.
For anybody watching at home who's confused, so are we.
You can only jump in. You can only jump in if he goes for the options and gets it wrong.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then it goes to the next person.
Bingo.
Right, and only the next person can steal. So
gotcha.
Yep. Okay.
I'm ready. Go, Troy. What question are you gonna pick?
Okay, yeah. Between 1 and 15, Troy, pick a number.
9.
9.
Oh, dude, that's risky. That's risky.
I'm coming down to 9. Okay, I'll cross that one off. And okay, in the 2007 sitcom Gavin and Stacey, which character is an Aston Villa fan?
Nessa.
You want to? Yep, you're going for it.
Yeah.
That is correct for 3 points.
I had no idea.
I told you, he's just so old. He knows these things.
Wait, that's not that old. 2000. That's a great one. Well done, Troy. So that's
he's look at the smile. He's stoked with himself as well.
3 points.
He's like Troy clearing his internet browser history.
That's it.
The options were Gavin, Stacey, Bryn, or Nessa, and you went for Nessa, and that is correct.
That's a goal.
Yeah.
So
there's actually
now,
her in bed in a Villa top. She actually
That's
mentions
right.
it a couple of times in the show.
She does. So Noah, you're next up. You can have any question apart from 9.
Oh, damn, I was about to go with 9, I reckon, mate. Can I go with? I'll go with 11.
You want 11? Okay, 11.
No pressure, mate.
Okay. On the 26th of May, 1982, Aston Villa beat Bayern Munich 1-0 to lift the European Cup. Where was the game played?
Oh, was it?
What
Oh, fuck off.
city?
You don't know this.
I think it's
Come
is it
on.
Rotherham? It's Rotterdam or something. Is that
Rotherham? Did he
no,
say Rotherham?
Rotterdam.
Rotterdam
Yeah.
is correct.
Yes.
for
No, I
3
didn't know
points.
how to say it. I couldn't pronounce, you know.
No, I'll give you that, Rotterdam. But this one is a bonus question attached to this one. This is for 1 point. What is the name of the stadium? The Rotterdam Stadium.
See, I got absolutely no. I'm going to go the Rotterdam Arena. I have no idea.
You know what? Neither do I, because I didn't write it down. But
I think that's right. I'm going to get the
So,
point
do
for
we,
that.
do
No,
we
it's-
get it? So wait, does it open up to me?
no, the
Troy?
bonus question is you can't steal.
Well, that's BS. So
Um,
why does he get a bonus question?
Yeah,
What's-
it's called the De Kuip Stadium.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Ah.
All right, Tommy. So you're up. So 11's gone. 9's gone.
Number 5.
Number 5. Okay.
So
For
risky.
the last 4 digits of Steven Gerrard's credit card.
Here we go. Number
I have all of
5.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the 2018-2019 season, Aston Villa were promoted after Dean Smith's team went on a 10-game winning run. In how many of those games were Villa behind? Now, there are options available.
Ooh.
So can I ask for the options?
You can answer for
That
3
makes no sense
points.
because there's just going to be a guess anyway, so it's
Okay.
it's irrelevant.
Right.
I'm going to guess 4.
The answer is 3, unfortunately.
What about stealing?
You can't steal unless he takes the options.
Oh, fuck.
So better to roll the dice. Damn it,
Can I ask?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Rotherham, Bristol.
Wait. Stop. Because there is a bonus question attached
Oh.
for Tommy. No, but Tommy didn't get it right, so he doesn't get the bonus question.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah,
so that's what I'm listening
Yes.
to.
Okay.
So it was Rotherham, Bristol, and then so we beat. Did we beat?
Can I guess the third one?
Yeah.
Was it Millwall?
No one gets
sorry?
any points for this.
No.
No,
we
you have to
beat
get it
Millwall
right to
1-0.
do the bonus
We
points.
beat
Oh,
we beat
no.
Millwall 1-0.
I know who
It wasn't Bristol. It was Rotherham, Sheffield Wednesday, and Forest.
Sheffield Wednesday. I
It's
forgot about.
Forest and
Oh,
Wednesday.
yeah, we were
Tom, like
behind.
Stephen Fletcher played. That's
Yeah,
when you got that
no.
cracker.
No,
Can we-
so
Can we
that's
get the
not-
rules of this game printed up
Yeah. Well, look, it's the first round. But
in
So
Spanish,
if- so
Chinese,
Tommy-
and German?
Tommy has to get
Tommy's
the
on
question.
0 points. Troy and Noah
Yeah,
are on
yeah.
3 points after round 1. Round 2 starts. Troy, you can have anyone apart from question 5, 9, or 11.
I'll go 2, please, Tommy. Scotty.
Question 2. All
Okay.
right. Okay. Who has the most England caps while playing for Villa?
Are we talking modern era?
In any era,
I'll go Gareth Barry.
you don't want the options?
No. Do I want the options?
Well, you already
I can't give you help, but I'm going to remind everyone that they can take the options even if they're right or wrong. So you're saying Gareth Barry for 3 points?
This is going to be embarrassing. Yeah, I'll stick with Gareth Barry.
That is incorrect.
Bollocks.
It's Gareth Southgate with 42 caps. The England
Right.
manager.
Do I get a point and a
That's
half
0
for Gareth?
points.
We can never
No.
steal.
You can't
I
steal.
don't
Unless we-
like that. I don't
Yeah.
like if you can't get it right, we can't poach the answer.
But I reckon if we poach, it should only be worth 1 point.
Can
not
I
3.
ask what were the options?
All right. Next week we'll poach. All right.
Thank
Well,
you. Thank you.
okay.
I'm at the back stick
But-
ready for it.
Okay. But
What were the options?
the options were David Platt, Gareth Southgate, Jack Grealish, or Gareth Barry.
Ooh, see,
Gareth
had you
Barry.
given me
I
the
think
options,
Gareth.
would've
I
said
think
Platt.
Gareth Barry was second.
Yeah, I think I was going to say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But Gareth Southgate 42 caps.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one has gone. Number 2. Noah, you can have anything but 2, 5, 9, or 11.
14. That's what I got, hasn't it?
14.
that-
No,
that's-
it hasn't.
Oh,
No,
cool. Yeah,
it's
cool.
available. I just got to scroll down. Okay. Who has the most goals for Aston Villa
Ever?
ever? in
I'm gonna
all
be-
competitions.
I'm going to be safe. I'm going to take the options just to be safe. Just narrow it
You're
down.
going to take the options?
Yeah,
The
just
options
because I want to
are
go up by one.
Tom Pongo Waring, Billy Walker, Dwight York, or Peter With.
I think it's Dwight York. I don't think it's Peter Witt. Who are the other two options? Sorry.
Tom Pongo Waring, Billy Walker, Dwight York, or Peter With.
For some reason, I think it's Walker.
That's your answer?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yes,
for
let's
1
go.
point.
Yes, Google Chrome to the
Well done.
rescue.
And Noah goes.
You are joking.
Was that a quick Google, you reckon? Under the table?
There is
You just say Noah sitting there going, let me think about this for a minute.
Look at him, look. He's not even looking. He's looking at something, Scott.
Hands in the air, right? No.
Right,
all right.
Delete history. It's PR.
Yeah, delete history. Delete history. It's on the Papa John's trophy.
All right. Okay, so Tommy, it's up to you now.
Mate, I'm so far behind. What,
And
7 available?
yeah, you need some points. But you can have anything apart from 2, 5, 9, 11, or 14.
15.
15. Okay.
Take multiples of 5.
Which NBA team does Aston Villa owner Wes Edens own?
The Milwaukee Bucks.
That's
And
worth
that
3
is
points.
that is correct for 3 points.
Oh.
He has a super hot daughter that wears the Villa top
Correct.
and the Bucks.
Well done.
Yes.
So he's back in it.
Basketball.
After 2 rounds, it's Troy on 3, Noah on 4, and Tommy on 3.
And he's back
So
out of
close.
nowhere.
Such a piss
Round.
take question.
So
Bullshit.
look,
Yeah,
I'm
you-
saying that they all mixed up. There's hard ones, there's easy ones. Like I said, it's all part of the picking the
Yeah.
right one as well.
I was on
Like you knew the answer was Rotterdam. Don't talk.
Yes,
shit.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I think it's on the back of the shirt.
Come on, someone. Yeah, look, it says right here, like on my thing. So I should have shown you
Yeah.
that. So Troy, you can have question 1, 3, 6, 7,
wants 3.
8,
He wants
10,
3.
12, or 13.
He wants 3.
3. Okay. Going back up. Back up to 3. Okay.
Geez, you move a centimeter away from your mic and we can't hear you.
Really? Okay, sorry.
Noah, stop
Is that better?
speaking Dutch.
Okay.
Stop speaking Dutch, Noah.
In 1961, Aston Villa won their first of 5 League Cup finals. In a 2-legged final, they won 3-2 after extra time after losing the first leg 2-0 away. Who were their opponents?
Tempted to say Everton, but give me the options.
You want the options? The options are Arsenal, Manchester United, Newcastle United, or Rotherham United.
I'll go Arsenal.
It was actually Rotherham United.
Fuck's sake. Rotterdam United.
Rotherham United.
What about the poaching? He asked for the answers.
Melbourne victory.
We're not doing poaching until next week.
Oh,
Read the rule book, Noah.
oh
Read the rule
mate.
book.
He literally said it's only when they
the
take the
rule book.
options. Oh, jeez. Okay.
No. We're stopping the poaching.
You can't trust him, can you?
Look, it's going well. Anyway, so what was that? That was 3. That's gone. Okay, Noah. 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13.
I think one's going to be a really hard one. I'm going to lock it in. I'm going to go 1. I reckon
You're
it'll
going
be
to
really
go
tough.
1. Okay.
Yeah, probably like who scored the first ever goal for Villa or something. But anyway, go for it.
Okay, number 1. Which player has the most appearances for Aston Villa?
Tom.
Oh, that's got to be Gareth Barry, doesn't it?
Tom.
If I fucked that up.
Is that you're going for 3 points here?
No, I'll take options. I'm going to take
You want the options?
Yeah.
The options are Gareth Barry, Gordon Cowans, Charlie Aitken,
Oh,
or Nigel Spink.
okay. For some reason, it's definitely not Barry. I absolutely fucked that up. I think it's Cowans or Spinks. And my hands up for you, Tommy. You cheat. I'm going to go Cowans.
It's actually Charlie Aitken with
Aiken's
660 appearances.
Noah, Google
So
the
no
basics.
more points to that. And that one's
Google the
gone, number
basics.
1.
When were Villa founded? Highest cap player.
All right. So,
Mm.
Tommy, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13.
And please.
Number 10.
Intervals of 5, like when you do the volume on your remote, or even numbers.
Yeah, it has to be even numbers, eh?
Girlfriend puts it on 13, gets a smack.
Okay. Who is the Aston Villa's physio?
I know this as well. I know this as well.
Nah, I'm going to play it safe. I'd like some options.
You like the
Scott.
options? Okay, the options are Stephen Polly, Mike Openshaw, Gavin Taylor, or Neil Mullally.
Is it Gavin Taylor?
It's not. It's Stephen Polly.
Lucky brother.
Unfortunate. All
Yeah,
right.
mate.
That was a tough one.
Yeah, they're not the groin rubs I usually, I know.
Am I still up by one? Am I still up by
Yeah,
one?
no one got points that round.
Good round.
So you
guys.
start by one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nice 3-3-4, huh? Or a 4-3-3 formation.
4-3-3. Is that you,
Yeah.
Dean Smith? Is that you, Dean Smith?
Yeah, there's 2 rounds to go.
Right.
And Troy, you've got 4, 6, 7,
Yeah, I'll take
8.
6.
6.
Boy,
it
he
is.
doesn't like the other options.
Okay.
Love how much you concentrate when you scroll down, Scotty.
Okay, Mile Jedinak's job title at Aston Villa is what?
I'm thinking English as a second language, but let's go for
Would you like the options?
I
know this as well.
I have a feeling he's like under 23 coach, but what are the options?
Okay, the options are head of scouting operations, under 18s coach, head of football research, or lone player development coach.
I'll go with under 8. No, he's not under 18s coach. I'm trying to look at Noah's face while I guess the answers here because he knows what it is.
I'm wondering why Noah's eyes are going side to side.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Can I, if he gets it wrong, can I please say it? Because I feel like I'm really smart.
Sure.
Thank you.
I'll go development coach.
So you're going the lone player development coach?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Well done.
Well done.
Yeah, well done.
1 point to Troy.
Noah's got a little bit of a tell.
Nah, I like that. Well done.
He's got no.
Okay. So Noah,
Yes, mate.
4, 7, 8, 12, 13.
8.
8. Okay. Ashley Young in 2009 and James Milner in 2010 won which prestigious award while representing Aston Villa?
Was it the PFA Player of the Year? No,
Is that your answer?
no. I think it's.
Would you like the options?
Yeah, I have to go the options. I think I know what it is, but I don't
Okay.
know.
PFA Player of the Year, PFA Team of the Year, Aston Villa Fairest and Best, or PFA Young Player of the Year?
How can that be PFA Team of the Year? There's only 2 of them. What do you want? That's not even an option. Scotty, come on.
But they made the 11. There's like an
Oh,
11. Premier League 11. So they made.
Well, see, they Ashley Young in those years was immense, so they definitely probably both made those. I don't think. I thought Ashley Young won PFA Premier League Player of the Year, and that was the first thing that came to mind.
Go with your first guess, Noah.
I think that was the first thing that came to mind, and I know it's probably going to be wrong, but that was the first thing that came to mind. So I think he won it, so I'm going to go the PFA Player of the Year.
It was PFA Young Player of the Year. So unfortunately, got that one wrong.
Fuck off, Tommy.
Score check.
He's lingering. I'm
4-4-3.
telling you, Noah. I ain't
Tommy's
taking
got to
no
come.
option.
It's 4-4-3, and Tommy's still got one question in this round. Tommy,
Number 8.
no, that's gone.
What's left?
That was just number 8. 4, 7, 12, 13.
Number 13, please.
Number 13.
Thought high numbers seem to get me somewhere. Be NBA related. Come on.
Which Aston Villa player played in a World Cup semi-final in Sao Paulo, Brazil during the 2014 FIFA World Cup?
14. Who the fuck was
I know
in
this as
Brazil?
well.
Would you like the options?
When you say played, could that be the bench or they were starting? Can I ask for that?
He doesn't know.
Look, they spent some minutes on the pitch. That's all it is. I mean, I think he started, but
I'm not giving away my answer, but I know Benteke was at the club at that time and hitting some serious form. That's my wonder. And
Would you like the options?
Noah's not content with that, so I'm just going to shut up.
Just start rattling names.
Am I putting you off? Am I putting you off? That's the real question.
No, but our whole team was shit that year, if I'm correct.
It was, man. It was pretty shit.
That was the Lambert days, wasn't it?
Lambert and Sherwood days, I'm pretty sure. Sherwood took over in that season, I think.
What, 2014?
At the end of the 2014. I was thinking of the season. Took over the end of the 15 season.
Oh.
Tommy's interior lights have gone again.
Can we call the clock?
2014. So can I just guess?
Oh, after
If you know
Googling
it.
At the World Cup,
Yeah.
at the World Cup.
Oh, how long?
Yeah.
At the back, I'm guessing, Scott, by any chance. Was it Concrete Ron Vla for the
It
Holland
was
team?
Ron Vla.
You said
This is
Tommy
you
bullshit.
should not have said the coach, Scott. You gave it
The
away.
cheating going on here is
You gave the coach away.
Hey?
You gave away with the coaching, Scott. I had no idea. I was so content with Benteke.
Sorry. I thought we would. Okay. Well, that one's gone.
This filled out level of
so
refereeing
we
going on
are-
here.
Which one was that? That was number 13, was it? Yes. 13. Okay, so there's one round to go. It's still anyone's game. Troy's got 4 points. Noah's got 4 points. Tommy's got 6 points. All right.
Bullshit.
Troy,
Bullshit.
you've got question number 4, question number 7, question number 12.
Yeah, I'll go with my first thought. Number 4.
Number 4. There's bonus questions too. So
Tommy's a cheat.
anyone can win.
Tommy's a
I answered my question in 5 seconds.
Every
These
Villa
guys go.
fan, every Villa fan's rooting for me. I've got no idea.
Tommy's
Just
a
winging
cheat.
this. Hey, mate.
Okay, in the
Everyone
in
wants
the-
you to win so you can buy another interior light. Come on, let's go.
in the 2015-2016 Premier League season, Aston Villa scored their lowest total of goals for a season. How many did they score?
Thanks for playing, Troy.
Yeah.
Take the options, mate. Take the fucking options.
Yeah, go on. Give me the options.
The
My,
options
my
are
first thought was around 26, but go on.
25, 26, 27, or 28.
I'll go 26. That was my first thought.
It's unfortunately 27.
I was going to say, Scott, I was going to say, just guess the lowest one.
What?
I was like, just guess the lowest one.
Yeah, so did I.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, guess the lowest and add one. So I would have.
Well, no, we won 3 games.
Yep. All right.
Anyway, Noah. No
So
pressure.
Noah, it's up to you now.
You-
7
you-
or 12.
You wouldn't take the options.
I can't afford to. I'll go 7.
This is
Okay.
great.
Put your hands up.
Okay.
Yeah, look. You can't
With-
do it.
Which current Aston Villa player has the most international caps for their respective country?
Current. Oh, Bertrand Traore.
So
Burkina Faso. Yeah,
so
final
final
answer.
answer?
Final answer. That's correct.
That is correct.
Oh my God.
Come on. Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso.
And
Didn't know
Noah,
technicality. You
Noah goes to 7
Mate.
points.
should change your names to Acorns because that was charity, Scott.
No, it's not. Like if you got the option, it was actually quite close between him, Trezeguet, and Löw Kalinic.
How did you even know Traore like that just off the cuff?
Yeah, it was actually, and my 4 options were Traore, Trezeguet, Ashley Young, or Löw Kalinic, and I think that's anyway.
Anyway,
He got it. He got it.
I reckon he's got.
I can say I was hoping for number 12, so Noah, get the butter ready.
Okay.
I reckon Noah's got the Villa Wikipedia page projected on his back wall where we can't see.
No,
it.
he's got
Oh,
the
my
answers.
back
All right. So going into the final question, Noah leads by 1.
Oh.
All right, and there is a tiebreaker question, if
So
need be.
How many points have I got?
You're out, mate.
You're coming third. You got 4. Okay, so this is the question. Number 12.
Take the
Which
point.
Ghanaian international played 103 times for Aston Villa, between scoring 18 times?
Come on. He's getting Google up. He's getting Google up.
Oh, look.
I guess you could, I'm not saying anything, but I think he has the same surname as his first name, if I'm to guess correctly.
What, Jemba?
Maybe not.
Would you like the
Okay.
options?
Yeah, give me the options. Scott.
The options are Jonathan Kodjia, Neil Lamptey, George Boateng, or Albert Adoma.
So who was it? Kodja?
Jonathan
Lamptey?
Kodjia, Neil Lamptey, George Boateng, or Albert Adoma.
Is it George Boateng?
It's Albert Adoma. And that means because there was a bonus question for that one, but you didn't get it right. So you don't get the bonus.
Can I have the bonus?
I will give it to you anyway. The bonus question for 1 point is, who does he play for now?
Queen's Park Rangers.
That is correct. But unfortunately, Noah, well, congratulations. He wins 7-6. Troy on 4.
I'm quite proud I even got one right, let alone 2 off the cuff. So.
Mate, Bertrand Traore, I love you.
Mate, you better get a Traore top and get it. You better.
Is Neil Lamptey related to the right winger?
Lamptey, yeah, for Brighton, I wonder.
I don't know, but he didn't play very often for us. He was a big signing. He did well in the Youth Cup that was actually in Australia, the World Youth Cup.
Just as a segue, I reckon that was a fuck up on the weekend, taking Lamptey off. I think it was only a matter of time before he was going to get the better of Target.
I think he's just come back from injury. Maybe that's why. But yes, but still, yeah. That when they made their subs, they were a lot more open, and we got back into the game and we started creating a lot more chances, which is great for us.
I'm not seeing any reference to the 2 Lampteys on Wikipedia.
No. Oh, Scotty, I love how you put a non-Ghana player in that question as well.
Well, I had to. I was like, we haven't had that many.
Who was the non-Ghana player?
Who do you think it was?
Kodja?
No, Kodja. He's Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast. Oh, that was lucky I knew that.
I thought the 18 goals, I'd have to put someone in there that scored goals, because
put me off or something, Scott. Throw a white guy in the mix for a laugh.
I was gonna say you could put Peter With in for me, and he'd still be under consideration.
Yeah, that Ghanaian Peter With, yeah.
All I'm saying, 1-0.
Oh, well, I don't know.
So we will do this again. So if you've got any ideas,
so fun.
Fucking hell, the Zoom recording limits have been
reached.
Release
the questions before the answer.
I thought they were good questions, even if I do say so myself.
I do like the clarity.
Yeah, if you've guys got any sort of topics you want us to do a quiz on, like Villa related or football related, whatever, we can I'll come up with some questions and we'll keep going, and we'll keep a running tally. So Noah's gone 1-0 up early in the season, but still a long way to go.
So you know now why I wanted to do the quiz where you put 30 seconds on the clock. That stops these 2 cheating dickheads Googling.
How quick was my Bertrand Traore answer?
Scott gave away. Listen to you down there. Scott gave it away.
I gave the Ron Vlaar away.
Yeah, dude, as soon as you said that, I'm like, oh no.
I said, I know Vlaar played in that World Cup because trust me, I was winning some serious multis on.
Do you know who I was thinking of though? Carlos Sanchez as well at Colombia.
Who?
Thanks, Scotty.
I don't think they ever made a semi.
No, because James Rodriguez went off.
No, I'm not gonna lie. He was doing all the dirty work for Colombia. No, I think we signed him after the World Cup.
Oh, was it after the World Cup? Oh,
he had a good World Cup. Remember?
Yeah, I don't think we had any other player in that World Cup.
No, okay, because I know Carlos Sanchez was good for Colombia.
Was that kind of the Ghana era with Vertu and that? It's funny that some of them have become stars now. Ghana's appeared, Vertu's tearing it up in Syria, but just right players, wrong time.
No, it was a bit earlier than that. It was that was the Lambert days.
I just can't get doing the dirty work for Colombia out of my head. What are we still talking about football?
It's on Narcos.
Of course.
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up there, fellas. But huge win, huge 3 points. A lot of teams around us picked up points on this weekend as well, which means it's even bigger. I'm looking at teams like Leeds and Brentford now are getting dragged down, and I'm thinking we can finish above them. So it's becoming tight down there. The Palace game is going to be another huge one, but Stevie G can't ask for much more. Clean sheet, 2-0 win at home. Last 5 minutes takes a roof off the whole team with a great goal from Ollie. And I don't know about you guys, but it's been a good week just knowing that, we've got that in the bag and we can look forward to the rest of the season now. But thanks again for everyone for liking and subscribing, all the comments. We wanted to talk about them, didn't we?
Just a shout out. I mean, Coxie's always top of the list. We love Cox.
We love Coxie, but thanks to Dave and Taylor. I think I've said that wrong, but Charlie, Stacey, John Gamison, Trey Kicker, Park Pooper's always in there with a comment or two. I think I know who you are, Park Pooper, but you know, I need more proof.
Cheating bastard, give us a like.
Oh.
So yeah, but we got 350 odd views, 376 views on that video last one. We're up to 75 subscribers now, so it's ticking along nicely, and we really appreciate all you guys. Up the Villa, and let's go next week. Crystal Palace away. Come on. Woo! All right. See you lads. Have a good one. See you next week. Catch ya.